Hey guys, it's Generalkidd here. How's everyone doing today? So, the canceled Halo Mega Bloks game, that legendary, mythical, canceled Halo game, is once again back. And better than ever, actually. As in, it's fully playable now. So, what I mean is, there's a newish build of Halo Mega Bloks that has been leaked by the Alpha Archive. And it's, well, it's a pretty interesting build because I think like this is the most complete build we've seen yet, and I think it's pretty similar to that first build that someone actually released on YouTube, but they never released the build back then. It was like many years ago. It seems similar to that version. Now, I did show you guys another version of the Mega Bloks build a while ago, and that version was known as the Backyard Heroes build, which we'll talk about the differences in a little bit. But first, let's take a look at this build, and I'll do like a more full playthrough of it in a later video and more analysis here and there. So for this video, just be going over the general parts of the build. So there's one playable mission in this, and there's also a cheat menu that's enabled, and it's actually like a very easy to bring up cheat menu. You don't need to use console commands or anything like that, like I had to use in the other build. So you can spawn vehicles, you can spawn weapons. One thing about vehicles though is that the Warthog is not available in this build. It may say it on the menu, but if you try to spawn the Warthog, you're gonna have a bad day because the game will just freeze and your whole console will freeze. Or actually, I should say this build is playable in Xenia as well, the Xbox 360 emulator, and I've seen a lot of people play it in Xenia already, so it'll probably crash Xenia. But I'm playing this on an actual, like, hardware Xbox 360, a dev Xbox 360, because I haven't tried in Xenia yet, but I just want to show you guys, like the build, like, as close to the original as possible. Well, I mean, it is the original. I just want to make sure, like, there's no, like, graphical issues in Xenia or other, like, issues like that, so you could see the build, like, as it really is. But of course, having it playable in Xenia makes it a lot more accessible, and everybody can try it out now. But for this video, I'm showing you guys running on an actual Xbox 360. So, like I said, the Warthog will crash, but you could spawn other vehicles like the Mongoose and the Scorpion, and in the mission, there's other vehicles like the Ghost that spawn as well. Overall, there's less vehicles though than the other build, which we'll get to soon. But everything else is great. A lot of weapons available. And there's, AIs, Covenant you can kill and all that. And the campaign objectives and everything works. But the more you get through the campaign, sometimes it gets a little buggy and like the mission kind of like soft logs or it just stops working altogether. And there's a few other bugs here and there, like after a while your Spartan just keeps running around by himself. And there's workarounds here and there, but this is clearly like a very in development build still. And once you get further in the mission as well, like you'll see like the map is less developed than you see here. Like here, it almost looks like a finished product. But when you get later in the mission, you start having more like blocky areas, less detailed textures and environments. So yeah, the game was definitely very like early in development when it was canceled. And it's a shame because it would have been a really great game, I think. Like even just playing this one mission demo, so to speak, it's fun. Like I can't believe they canceled this. This should have been like brought to completion. This would have been a really fun game. And I know like with Halo 5 and Infinite, there's a lot of people complaining that those games have been toned down to appeal to a broader audience. I really don't think they should have done that for Halo 5 and Infinite. If they wanted to appeal to a broader audience, they could have made a game like this. This would have appealed to that broader audience and been really enjoyable and fun to everybody. Like I enjoyed this game just playing through this one mission. It had so much potential. And this is just a work in progress as well. I bet the final game would have been, actually I think it would have been a great hit. I can't believe they canceled this. But yeah, I mean, the mission works and all the core features are definitely there. Now, the other build I was talking about was the Backyard Heroes build of the Halo Mega Bloks game. This build, it's actually like based off of another canceled game from the same developer called Backyard Heroes. Now, at the time, I wasn't sure if Backyard Heroes came first or if Halo Mega Bloks came first. like, I don't know which game was canceled first and the other one built off of this one. I suspect Backyard Heroes came first and then was canceled, and then Halo Mega Bloks took that as the base and then was built off of it. But I don't know that for sure, and I still don't know it now either. But this build did have all the vehicles that the other build did not have. So, whereas in the other build, the Warthog just crashes the game, this one, Warthog works fine. All of it works fine, looks great. And there's even other vehicles too that aren't available, like the VTOL here, which I'm pretty sure is just a Kestrel. Or at least it looks very similar to the Kestrel, which itself is a very, like, rare vehicle throughout the Halo series. It's been kind of canceled many times. And then we also had the Scorpion tank, and you saw I drove the Ghost around earlier. Those were Scorpion tank and the Ghost and the Mongoose were all both in this build and the newer one that you saw. But the Wraith and the Kestrel, I did not see those anywhere in the newer build, so I don't think they're available in that game. But I'm not 100% positive about that. It could be buried in the game files, but so far I haven't been able to spawn them. They're not on the cheat menu either. But yeah, so this was the Backyard Heroes version of Halo Mega Bloks. It was more or less just a version with that you can use to showcase and, like, test out all the Halo assets. But the gameplay and everything, while the gameplay is similar, it's not, you know, the visuals aren't really Halo anymore. Whereas here in this build, this is obviously, you know, the full Halo Mega Bloks build, so to speak. And it is fully playable. It has a whole campaign and everything. So that's what makes this the fully playable version compared to the Backyard Heroes version. But it's pretty interesting that we have this many builds of Halo Mega Bloks now. It's been such a rare mythical game for a long time. And while the Backyard Heroes build was really cool, and that was, you know, a dream come true at the time as well, this is like another true like dream come true, because I've always wanted to play the Halo Mega Bloks game ever since I saw, like, that first leaked gameplay footage, and now it's here. And unfortunately, I can't really share links on YouTube like this because it's been pretty advisable, like, not to do that. So you'll have to, like, ask around and, like, look for it, unfortunately. But you'll know where to find it. If you can join the Alpha Archive Discord, that is an option. But there's other people that can definitely help out with it, and you can probably get some help in my Discord server with it as well. But yeah, so this is basically the gist of the current Halo Mega Bloks game build, codename Hagar. So in the coming days and weeks, I'll definitely do a lot more videos on this and exploring a little bit more. But for now, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found it to be interesting, and hope you're as excited as I am about this. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, leave your thoughts and comments, anything else you want me to check out or look into, anything you want me to explore for a future video on this build, just let me know in the comments down below, and I'll definitely get around to it very soon. But aside from that, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys!